Hello everyone, my name is Michaela, and I'll be presenting my final analysis of Penney, focusing on the company's performance after 2014 and the opportunities and concerns that shaped its direction moving forward. I'll also walk through my recommendations for how Penney can regain stability and sustain long-term success. So here's what we'll cover. I'll begin with a recap of where Penney stood after 2014, including the challenges the company was working to recover from. Next, I'll discuss the major opportunities the company had during this period, followed by the key concerns that were limiting progress. I'll also explain the competitive environment Penney operated in, and finally, I'll provide strategic and operational recommendations for how the company can move forward and sustain success. So to understand the path forward, we have to look at where Penney was in 2014. The company was still recovering from the failed Fair and Square transformation in 2012 and 2013, which removed promotions and alienated loyal customers. In 2014, Penney reversed this strategy and reinstated discounts, private label brands, and more traditional merchandising. However, years of leadership turnover created inconsistent direction, and competitors had taken advantage. Online retailers, off-price chains, and off-mall stores were drawing away traffic. Penney still had brand recognition, but the company needed stability, clarity, and modernization to rebuild momentum. So despite its challenges, Penney had several meaningful opportunities moving forward. First, the company had an opening to reconnect its core customer base, which are the middle-class families who valued promotions, private brands, and affordable home goods. Second, Penney still had strong merchandise categories, especially in home decor and women's fashion. These categories historically performed well. It could drive margin recovery. Third, the company had room to grow its omni-channel presence. Expanding buy online, pick up in store, and improving the mobile experience could allow Penney to compete more effectively with Kohl's, Target, and Amazon. And finally, partnerships, especially the Sephora shop-in-shop, remains a bright spot. These partnerships drew younger customers and gave Penney a competitive edge inside malls. However, Penney's opportunities were bounded by significant concerns. The biggest issue was declining mall traffic. As consumers shifted towards off-mall shopping centers and online retail, Penney's mall-heavy footprint became a liability. Another major concern was brand confusion. After dramatic pricing changes, leadership turnover, and inconsistent marketing, customers weren't sure what Penney stood for. The company was also lagging in e-commerce. Its digital platform was slower, less convenient, and less combined than competitors. And lastly, financial instability constrained investment. Even after modest recovery, the company struggled with debt and operating losses, which eventually contributed to its 2020 bankruptcy and restructuring. So looking at the competitive landscape, rivalry in the soft goods retail market was extremely high. Penney competed directly with Kohl's, Macy's, Target, and off-price retailers like TJ Maxx and Ross. These companies offered similar assortments, but often had stronger digital capabilities or more convenient locations. Online competitors such as Amazon increased pressure by offering fast delivery, broad assortments, and low prices. Customer switching costs were also very low. Consumers could easily move between retailers depending on promotions or convenience, which increased the importance of consistent value and clear brand identity. For JCPenney, standing out would require stronger differentiation and a heavier focus on omnichannel convenience. So moving forward, JCPenney must focus on brand strategy first. The company needs to rebuild a consistent and trustworthy identity centered on value, affordability, and family-oriented shopping. Customers need to know what JCPenney stands for. Next, JCPenney needs to gather its digital transformation, improving mobile shopping, and loyalty programs. Expanding pickup and delivery options are essential for competing with omnichannel leaders. I also recommend expanding strategic partnerships similar to the Sephora model. Partnerships in beauty, home decor, kids apparel, or wellness could bring in new customer segments and help differentiate the brand. Finally, building up private label brands will reinforce JCPenney's value proposition. These brands offer higher margins, and with modernized designs, they can attract style-conscious shoppers while remaining affordable. So operationally, JCPenney needs to reevaluate its store footprint. Closing underperforming mall locations and selectively relocating some stores to off-mall centers would reduce cost and add convenience for customers. At the same time, the company should invest more heavily in top-performing stores, those that can serve as omnichannel hubs with efficient pickup, returns, and fast fulfillment. Improving inventory accuracy and supply chain efficiency is also crucial. Customers expect reliable stock levels and flexible delivery options. Better technology and forecasting tools will directly support this. Finally, leadership continuity is essential. JCPenney's instability came partly from constant leadership changes. A stable executive direction will give both employees and customers confidence in the company's future. So in the long term, sustaining success requires JCPenney to focus on three main factors. First, consistent value messaging, which are clear promotions, predictable pricing, and strong private labels. Second, fashion relevance, which are offering affordable but trend-aware merchandise that appeals to modern families. And third, experiential retail, which uses partnerships and curated stores to create reasons for shoppers to visit. If JCPenney builds stability, improves omnichannel execution, and maintains clarity in its brand identity, the company can turn its challenges into an opportunity for long-term competitive strength. And here are the references which has a list of sources used throughout the research and analysis. These provide public, credible information on industry trends, company performance, and strategic context.